Today on WBLN News, the academic award ceremony takes place, Alumnus enters the Society of Jesus, a statue of Bishop Roman is unveiled, Pope Francis calls upon the European parishes, and the varsity cross-country team does it again. All this and more right now.
Good morning, Belen. I'm Tavo Roig.
And I'm Stephen Kayas.
Welcome to this edition of WBLN. Here are your news for today, September 9th, 2015. Last night, the school held its academic award ceremony in the Roca Theater. Parents and family were on hand to see their sons be awarded for having the highest grade in their classes. A group of this year's seniors also received book awards from different universities and colleges.
Because we work so hard during the year, to be able to see our achievements in actually something that we can touch is a great honor.
A couple of weeks ago, this entire school came together to celebrate the Mass of the Holy Spirit, but one member of our community took a great leap forward to his calling. Frankie Menendez has the story.
This year, at the Mass of the Holy Spirit, Belen's own Mike Martinez, class of 2009, took his vows to become a member of the Society of Jesus. This was a very special moment for Mike because he took his perpetual solemn vows in the place where he first began thinking of becoming a priest. He explained to all the students that he never imagined himself being the man to stand behind the altar. This is still an early stage in Mike's journey to the priesthood, as he is still about 12 years from officially becoming a Jesuit priest. Mike takes his first vows and is entering the Society of Jesus in a time where men are needed.
Well, it's a big blessing. It's a gift of God to be able to have him as part of our family, as he mentioned this morning in our celebration. It's a gift because in order for us to continue doing the work that we have been doing, especially here at Belen since Cuba and now in Miami for the past 50 years, it's important to have young people as him who want to follow Jesus Christ.
Like most of us here, we have been influenced by our Jesuit upbringing. Mike is no different.
In my education, in my way of seeing the world, of being in the world and learning how to live my faith, rooted in Ignatian spirituality. So I would say the Jesuits to me have been a true symbol of family.
From WBLN, I'm Frankie Menendez. Now back to you.
Thank you, Frankie. This past Saturday, a statue of Monsignor Roman was revealed at La Ermita de la Caridad. Seniors Carlos Cristobal, Gabriel Garcia, and Junior Pedro Garcia witnessed the unveiling. Archbishop Wensky was also on hand to bless the statue. Monsignor Roman served as the auxiliary bishop of the Archdiocese of Miami. Bishop Roman was identified with the National Shrine of Our Lady of Charity in Miami until the very end of his mortal life. Monsignor Roman served as the director of La Ermita de la Caridad since 1967, and then as rector emeritus after retiring in 2003. Last night, a great number of Hispanics gathered at the Bank United Center to celebrate the Mass of Our Lady of Charity. The Mass was celebrated by Archbishop Thomas Wensky. Many people from the Belen community came to witness this celebration. The Belen Jesuit drumline even made an appearance, leading the procession into the Bank United Center. And the procession was capped off by Our Lady of Charity being carried in by Junior Pedro Garcia and Senior Carlos Cristobal. This is an annual tradition and continues to be an opportunity to pray for the salvation of Cuba to its patroness.
In other news, French President François Hollande says France stands ready to take in 24,000 refugees. That's a part of a possible European Commission proposal that would see the EU taking in 120,000 refugees over the next 2 years. The comments come as Europe is coping with what some are calling a humanitarian crisis. People from Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan, fleeing war and conflict, are desperate to start new lives, but the journey has not been easy. A wave of refugees, most of them fleeing Syria's 4-year civil war, have finally captured the world's attention. The conflict has killed 250,000 Syrians and displaced half the country's population. This weekend, thousands arrived in Austria and Germany. Every day, Austrians and Germans have turned out to meeting refugees with food, water, clothing, and open arms. On Sunday, Pope Francis implored the Catholic faithful to provide shelter and assistance to those in need, asking parishes to sponsor refugee families. Even the Vatican has taken in 2 families, but the U.S. officials say the crisis could get worse. 11 million homeless, and that number is going to increase in the civil war in Syria if it goes on, and likely to do that. The numbers of people being processed in Austria and Germany alone is staggering. Austria accepted 13,000 refugees this weekend, and some 10,000 arrived in Munich, Germany on the past 2 days. IU would like to help you if you can. Contact Catholic Relief Services or Jesuit Refugee Services.
Now let's take a look at what's going on around your hallways. All right, so the fencing club will meet tomorrow, Wednesday, September 9th at 3 p.m. in the cafeteria. The Green Club, our first meeting will be tomorrow, Wednesday, September 9th. Applications are already on the club webpage. Please turn in the applications with dues to Miss Lara during homeroom in room S117. The First Respect Life Club meeting will take place on Thursday, September 10th at 3 p.m. in room H204. All students are welcome. Come celebrate the miracle of life. The Astronomy Club will be meeting at 7:30 p.m. in the observatory coming up this week. Roe Kappa will be holding its first meeting / sign up on Friday, September 11th at 3 p.m. in V103. The First Astronomy Club for Senior Division is 7:30, once again, at September 15th in the observatory. Please be prompt. This Friday, September 11th, there will be a Belen Model United Nations meeting in the Koshkiwela Dining Hall for all those who wish to join this academic year. Those interested in politics, foreign relations, or public speaking are highly encouraged to attend. The National Beta Club will be spearheading an initiative to help the homeless in our community. Throughout the month of September, we'll be collecting travel-sized toiletries. You can help by donating travel-sized toiletries you've accumulated over your travels. The donations may be dropped off in the main office or with Mrs. Sosa in G202. And next summer, the Overseas Study Program to Asia will travel to Japan to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the bombing of Hiroshima. The trip will also honor the Jesuits, such as Father General Pedro Arrupe, who survived the atomic blast and acted as one of the first responders to the wounded. Join Mr. Cleveland at an informational meeting tonight at 7 p.m. in the Koshkiwela Dining Hall. Here's a video for more information.
To Nicholas Roca with the weather.
Good morning, Belen. Let's take a look at your weather. Today there's going to be a 30% chance of isolated thunderstorms, so in the afternoon you should expect those thunderstorms. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for today. Today we should be seeing a high of 91 and a low of 79 with the relative humidity at 69%, with the winds coming in from the southeast at 9 miles per hour and a 30% chance of isolated thunderstorms throughout the day. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for the rest of the week. On Thursday we should be seeing a high of 90 with a low of 79, and on Friday we should be seeing a high of 90, low of 79, and Saturday basically the same thing, but a high 80% chance of rain on Saturday. That's the weather for today. Now back to you.
Thank you, Nick. Now here's Mark Novas with the sports.
Thank you, guys. Two of Miami's best golfers went head-to-head at Trump National Doral. Belen's 8th grader Leo Herrera and Columbus's senior Rafael Martinez were in a key grouping at the red course at Trump National Doral. Belen and Columbus faced each other in their second match of the season, where Columbus came away victorious against Wolverines. Top scorers for the Columbus were Rafael Martinez with a 34, Sharif Amasta with a 35, and Roberto Nieves shooting a 40. The Wolverines were led by 8th grader Jose Perez shooting a 37, 8th grader Leo Herrera with a 40, and senior AJ Martinez with a 40. The next match for the Wolverines is Thursday, September 10th, versus Palmer Trinity and Columbus at the Biltmore. The middle school golf team will play Ransom at Briar Bay. The Belen cross country team won its second major meet at the Estero Invitational held at Estero Community Park, the team scoring 30 points, giving them overall first place at the field that included 38 teams. The Belen team was again once led by sophomore Joshua Martinez, who finished the 5K course in 16 minutes and 55 seconds. The 6th grade cross country team opened up their season with a second place finish at the St. Teresa Invitational at Tropical Park. The Wolverines were led by first place overall finisher Magonales Alejandro Herrera, was the only other top finisher at Belen. The other top 5 runners for the team were Thomas Duque, Lucas Morales, and Alexander Kuhn. The middle school cross country team dominated its first meet of the year by scoring 20 points and won the St. Teresa Invitational. They were led by second place finisher Austin San Juan, and he was closely followed by Matthew Bryan, Vincent Sanchez, David Pinilla, and John Lee. Speaking about cross country, every team takes a trip to bond and train. Nick Roca has the story.
This past summer, the Belen cross country team celebrated the 25th anniversary of going on a summer training trip by going to Colorado, staying in Boulder and Colorado Springs, running in the mountains at a high altitude of 6,000 feet above sea level. The team trained very hard, running twice a day, every day.
The trip served its intended purpose. Every year we pick a different spot where we go and we try to get closer as a team, pick up as much training as we can manage, and just have a generally good time. And I think this year we did all that we set out to do and more.
Other than running, the team did some fun activities such as visiting the Air Force Academy, the U.S. Olympic Training Center, Pikes Peak, the Garden of the Gods, meeting world champion and Olympian Jenny Simpson and legendary Colorado University cross-country coach Mark Wetmore. Also, the team ran the famous incline at Magnolia Road. All in all, the trip was a great bonding experience and helped strengthen the team on their quest to a 9th state championship.
The Belen Wolverines football team took on Seminole Ridge Hawks last Friday. The Wolverines came out fast with Mario Robina catching a touchdown from Danny Hondel in the first quarter. From that point on, the offense struggled heavily and couldn't get the ball moving downfield. The Wolverines' defense was led by Joseph Garcia, Gio Menacol, and Ariel Jimenez. However, the defense kept the team in the game, continuously stopping the Hawks' offense. Heading into the fourth quarter, the Wolverines were leading 7-0. The Hawks ended up scoring 2 touchdowns in that quarter and ended up winning the game 13-7. Let's look how the rest of the district holds up. The 6th grade football team will also open their season against American Heritage. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. at American Heritage. The JV varsity football team will play Monsignor Pace at 7 p.m. The middle school volleyball team will kick off their 2015 season with 2 games. The gold team will host St. Hugh and the blue team will host St. Kevin. Both games are scheduled to begin at 4 p.m. Admission is free. The games will take place at the Goizueta Athletic Center. Attention all players from the 6th grade soccer teams interested in participating this year. Trials will begin next week, September 21st and 23rd at 3:30 at the Hernandez Field. That's all for sports. Thank you, guys. That's for now. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Tavo Roig.
And I'm Stephen Kaez. And on behalf of all of us at WBLN, stay golden, Wolverines.